Welcome. You with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another read from out of the fall of America. You know, this been a enlightened journey. Been very revealing, you know what I mean, if that's the right word, you know what I mean. I wanted to say insight, but I didn't know how to make all that blend together. But it's been very revealing. You got what I'm saying? I see some things, understand some things, and from what I see, from what I've encountered, you got what I'm saying? You know, you can kind of see that there are Muslims out here doing this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Scamming, selling drugs, doing drugs, robbing. Um, I can't pinpoint too much about killing, but if I sit there and I say to you this right here, you know what I mean? If you really thoroughly go through the background of the last 2 years for all of the criminal acts that you have caught these people that is doing these criminal acts that I just spoke of. You run a background on them, ethnicity, at a cultural background on them. You know, you would the fruit bear that they are Muslims? You get what I'm saying? Will the fruit bear that they are Muslims? You know, the bombings, you know what I mean? Remember the last bombing, you know, I'm not going to say the last bombing, but remember the bombing of, what was it, in Boston, during the race? Those were Muslims. You feel what I'm saying? Those were Muslims. You get what I'm saying? So, I say this to you once again, you know what I mean? It's hard to really pinpoint it. It's hard to blame a whole culture. You feel what I'm saying? It's very hard to blame a whole culture. So you do have to single out individuals. And you do have to know that there are bad seeds within every culture. Excuse me, within every culture. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ain't no goody two-shoe out here. Everybody ain't no goody two-shoe. You get what I'm saying? There are people out here that have an agenda that they have been brainwashed in, and they have a lot of vindictive acts and bitterness in them that they want, you know, revenge. They want blood. They want, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this, you know what I mean? There's some stuff that goes on in my life. You get what I'm saying? I want you dead. DEAD, in the ground, crucified. What the other word? And this is how I want to be buried. And I just always, when they burn you feel what I'm saying? You know, I want you that way. I want you that way. You get what I'm saying? I feel that the earth don't need you. We don't need you at all. We don't need your kind at all. You feel what I'm saying? If you got kids, I hope they change their ways, and I hope you have not corrupted them. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not a goody two-shoe. I've done my wrong. I've done some mistakes, but one thing I've done is repented. Another thing I've done is own up to my mistakes, not just to whom I pray to. I've owned up to my mistakes to the victims. You understand what I'm saying? That's a process I had to go through to feel a whole lot better about myself. You get what I'm saying? And just because I hear forgiveness does not mean that, okay, you know, forget them, don't think about them, don't have no feelings for them. I still have feelings for the victims that I've hurt. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if I spit it on you. I don't care if I smacked you. I don't care if I punch you. I don't care whatever I've done to you in a valid manner. You get what I'm saying? There could be some justification, but at the end of the day, you're still wrong. You're still wrong. You're still wrong. So I do owe an apology. You feel what I'm saying? You still owe an apology. You still owe a repentance. and you still owe them people, how to put it, because this is how I did things with my kids' moms. You know what I mean? For the ones that, I have 3 kids, just leaving my youngest son mom, she hurt. You feel what I'm saying? She held up and tried to look like a soldierette that day, but she was hurt. You feel what I'm saying? That play a part. You feel what I'm saying? That play a part of her mental. I had to come back years and years later. We talking about a good 14 years later, and explain to her that I was never supposed to leave. I was supposed to go through whatever BS I was going to go through with you until these kids in this house, which my son would have been the last one out, until these kids in this house was able to take care of themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So I did my repentance. I asked for forgiveness, and I still stay away from them. You get what I'm saying? I stay away from them. I put a joke in the air every now and then because I want to let them know you need to think about what you've done to me also. And see, I'm not going to resort to putting my hands on you. I'm not going to resort to cursing you out. I'll joke you and piss you off more. You get what I'm saying? More. You will feel that more than me smacking you. Look, you with the nasty pastor, like I said. We're back with another read from Out of the Fall of America. You get what I'm saying? And this part of this chapter read, we're in 33. Let me make sure, because I don't want to get this wrong. Yes, we're in 33. And the title is Modern Babylon is Falling. And what we have learned, is some things I don't agree with. The fall of America could be the fall of the generation that has miscommunication. You get what I'm saying? We are American citizens. I was born in America. We are American citizens. And having miseducation, your fall can come. And I know we had miseducation. I know some of it was true. I know some of the education we received should have been updated, should have been revisited. But who did it? All these speakers out here, who did it? No one. And if you did it, you did it amongst a small group of people that did not venture out and spread the message. And if you told me you put it in music, where is it at in music? Where is it at in music? Because believe me, I would have heard it. Believe me, I would have gave you kudos. Believe me, I could see what went on. And if it went on right here in Richmond, Virginia, it went on in other states. It went on in other cities, other counties. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't just going on here. No, not just here. Well, look, enough of my talking. Let's go and dive in. Isaiah 47:1. Ask this people, the daughter of Babylon, come down and sit in the dust. O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. The daughters of Babylon seem to have been a very rich people, and they have fallen from a state of great wealth. Isaiah used Babylon as a pretty girl whose lovers used to be plentiful because of her wealth and attractiveness. Now, let me make sure I see where I'm at. I need to go back over that part again. Because it seems that I said something before I read that, and the minister has just said that on an individual level, right? Right? Cool. Now she has become ill-looking and has no more attraction upon the people. So he said, sit down in the dust. You are no more respected and attractive to the people. The prophet Jeremiah warned ancient Babylon that she had a daughter coming. This daughter meets the fate destined for Babylon. She was made to be taken. Satan was made to be taken and destroyed. Why? Because she had become a place where evil was practiced. She was like a bird that goes out and associates with birds other than her own kind, and then she becomes a hateful bird. She is hated by the other birds. That means, come on now. Can you process that in your life? Everybody been through it. I don't care if you was with the A crowd. I don't care if your daddy, your mama, Bill Gates. You get what I'm saying? Everybody go through that. It get to a point in your life, people don't want to be around you. And sometimes people don't want to be around you because, see, you're the one with the money. You're the one with the wealth. And they want to sit back and eat off of you without contributing. So what do? They play games with you. They break you down insecurely. You get what I'm saying? They break your security down and make you insecure. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the games people play with you. You get me? And at the end of the day, what do they tell you when you confront them about how you feel? I didn't ask you to do that for me. You get me? Because it's usually you calling and saying, come on, let's go out and do something. Right? And being that they know how you are, they do what? Get up, either come get you or you go get them, and you're the one spending all the money. You're the one putting yourself on the line when your parents told you don't have them in your house. You're the one putting yourself on the line when your parents are explaining to you that's not your friend. And you're standing there saying, yeah, that is my friend. And a month later, speaking to you women, a month later, you either been taken somewhere, been robbed. You either been taken somewhere, get your first taste of some real drugs. You either been taken somewhere, been raped. Yeah, been raped. You either been taken somewhere, met a man that ain't gonna do nothing but come in your life and take everything from you. Now let's talk about these men. These men come around you, take you places, have fun with you, introduce you to drugs. You get what I'm saying? Then these men come around you, they want to introduce you to every crime possible that you can get into. Then these men come around you, next thing you know, you're making choices to mess over your life by not even giving a care about school. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my football. That's my footprint right there. You get what I'm saying? That's my footprint right there, what I'm explaining to you. Do I blame them? No, I made these choices. You get what I'm saying? Satan put some minions around me at an early part of my life that I gave into. You get what I'm saying? That I gave into. Mama never told me don't hang with this person, don't hang with that person, don't hang with that person, because I really never brought those people around. Those people will come pick me up, we move, we go out, we do this and do that. And one thing you need to understand and you need to point out, and you might need to point this out to your babies when they get up that age where they'll never be in their home. It starts out fun, but what are you going to do when the fun turns into turmoil, turns into confusion, turns into lies, turns into threats? What are you going to do then? Because see, when you tell your babies no, your babies don't get or understand that. You feel what I'm saying? But if you can sit down and open up your life to them, if you can remember back that far, and you could sit down and show them the examples, you get what I'm saying? Deja vu gonna ring off in their head when that particular incident is approaching. I've never been in my son's life. You get what I'm saying? My oldest son, I've always been a paycheck. And the beautiful thing that I heard out his mouth is the day he called me and he explained to me something that's going on in his life that I've been forewarned him about. When we got off that phone, I'm going to tell you like this. I felt so good inside. that he thought about what I said. You get me? He thought about what I said. Not what some other man said. Not what his mama said. Not what he learned off TV. Not what the police said. What his dad said. A man that was just a paycheck really never spent a lot of time with him. For real, for real. You get what I'm saying? To be honest with you, a phone conversation probably the most time I ever spent with him. I've never kept him. No, hold on, let me think about it. Yeah, I believe when I got out of prison in 1993, I kept him over the weekend. I believe I did. You got what I'm saying? I believe I kept him one time out his whole young years. You get what I'm saying? And it pleased me. You get what I'm saying? It pleased me that he would trust my decisions. It pleased me that he saw what I was talking about. But come on, let's dive back into this reading. And where are we at? Where are we at? I should have put my hands on it for real, to keep it up. But we're gonna start back right here. Satan was made to be taken and destroyed. Why? Because she had become a place where evil was practiced. She was like a bird that goes out and associates with birds other than her own kind, and then she becomes a hateful bird. She is hated by the other birds. Babylon fills herself up with people of that sort. The USA came into the Western Hemisphere and chased and all but annihilated the Indians. But America invited every one of the poor class who wanted to come from Europe to make themselves a home here in America, the Indians' country. All of the poor and evil citizens of Europe, America welcomed them. She invited every race of the earth to come and join in with her in a free country where evil and filth are openly practiced without hindrance. America has done just this. She has filled up her country with an all evil people. America did not allow Islam or a preacher of Islam to come into her country. Now let's pause right there. I don't like what the minister's saying. I don't, because if America filled herself up with evil people, then the minister evil. Ain't the minister from here? Is not the minister from here? I'm from here. America filled herself up with evil people. And you know, I'm going to do some cross promotion. And what I'm going to do right now, you get what I'm saying? I'm going to finish this paragraph up and then I'm going to dig back into what I'm going to say. But America did not want a good religion taught. America made a religion that she could rule and control herself. He made it attractive to the eyes and ears of those who see and hear it by teaching them basically that there were three gods instead of teaching them the teachings of Moses and the prophets, the teachings of one God. Okay, now why would the minister, and this is just a question, then I'm going to dig back into what I was going to say. Why is the minister, you get what I'm saying? Listen to this again. There were three gods instead of teaching them the teachings of Moses and the prophets, the teaching of one God. Now, is the minister saying Moses and his prophets, that was three gods? Then the teaching of one God? You get what I'm saying? From what I'm processing and how I'm figuring this right here, you got what I'm saying, that Moses is the father of Islam. You understand me? The father of Islam. We know Lot is the father of Judaism. You get what I'm saying? Now, we have Moses in this holy Bible. You get what I'm saying? Moses have 5 books in this holy Bible. You get what I'm saying? Okay. This is what I was going to say. You get me? Now, I'm a Kimite. You feel me? I'm a Kemite. Before I ever researched a lot of things about Horus, you get me? Horus. What's the other name? Heru. Before I ever got really deep into the research of this God, of this man, I used to say to myself, you know what I mean? You got an evil side to you and you got a bad side to you. And I didn't start researching the Egyptian culture, the Kemite culture, the African culture. I'm talking about like full throttle, 1992. You get me? The culture was introduced to me in elementary school. So we talking about, I was in high school and I started high school in what? 86, 85, 86, somewhere like that. So we're talking about elementary school. We talking about 5th grade. And I'm 2 years behind. I already failed once. I already failed the 3rd grade. And matter of fact, to be honest with you, I've already failed twice. I failed the 3rd grade and I failed the 5th grade because it was Miss Tanner class. Was it Miss Tanner? Yeah. Miss Tanner class when they found the tomb of King Tut. You feel what I'm saying? So I already failed twice. You get me? You understand me? Alright. Now, we have 2 entities inside of us. We have good and we have evil. But to say that America birthed and harbored evil is harsh. There's a lot of good people here. A very lot of good people here. There's a lot of good people that the demiurge has sent as angels, as human beings, as gods and goddesses to help others make it through their lives. You feel what I'm saying? To make it through their lives. Now, I'm never going to take a blind eye and say that there's no evil here. There's evil here. Very much so evil here. Is it balanced? No, it's not balanced. It's not balanced at all. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people do some small evil stuff where you got other people that do some major evil stuff. You get me? You understand me now? So, buckle down. You get me? Buckle down and learn who you are. It's a shame to be a hypocrite and you don't already live a half a man on this rock. It is. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame to be in your 60s and your 70s and now you want to start lying. You ain't never lied before in your life, but because you're in your 60s and your 70s, how it go? Well, I'm going to try everything before I die. Now you want to try that. Come on now. You know, it's a lot of, I want to try this before I die going on. And do you like the results? Think about it. Do you like the results? Because see, I didn't like the result when I called on Satan the 2nd time and I ended up with nothing but a prison cell. I ain't like that. I did not like that. You get me? No money. I had no money. Come on now. On drugs. Come on now. Come on. You think you're going to get me the 3rd time? Do you think I'm going to call on you the 3rd time? No. I'm going to tighten my belt up. I'm going to lace my boots up. I keep my big man briefs on. You feel me? I keep them on. I'm going to tighten everything up, walk with my head up, and continue my journey. Look, I say this, you know what I mean? Process your life. Process your past life. Process your future. And your future is where you want to be. Today, you are forging a future. You feel what I'm saying? You are forging your future. Look, you've been with the Nasty Pastor, but this has been another read from out of the Fall of America.